Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. This is going to be a general reading, for Leo in the month of August 2018. Hello, Leos. How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Right off the bat, happy birthday to Leos. Whether it has already passed or it's still upcoming, happy birthday to you guys. Happy birthday to us, right? You guys know I'm a Leo, right? So I hope you guys had an amazing birthday. I had an amazing birthday. I hope if you already had one, it was great. And if it's upcoming, I hope it's fabulous. Yay us, right? I did a birthday reading for us. You can go ahead and check for that in the Leo playlist. And you'll see that reading there. I did it on the first day of Leo, so July 23rd. So check it out. See if it applies to your life. Anyway, shuffled off camera to sort of save time. And you see that there. What I'm going to do now is get the outcome for August. And then the bottom of the deck will be the overall energy. And once all the cards are flipped, we will be ready. So let's get into it, shall we? I don't know why I'm putting on these weird voices. Wow. Wow. What is this? That's more of a... It's just because I see a lot of majors. A lot of majors, Leos. What's going on? And you're already here. I was going to say, check for the timestamp for the beginning of the reading, but you're here now, so let's go ahead and get into this. Where's Leo, please, for August? Where is Leo? Please show me where Leo is. Here? Okay, thank you. Leo, coming into August, you are the Sun, your secondary card. Primary card, of course, being the Strength card, but, you know, sometimes second place isn't there. Not second place, but you know what I mean. So, the Sun card. Second card for Leos. So, wow. I'm feeling like expansion. I'm feeling like new horizons. I'm feeling like new energy, new vitality, just new, or refreshed. Which to me seems quite in line with just solar returns in general. For most people, when their birthday comes around, there is some reflection, there is some like, what's going on in my life, but then, especially for a sign like Leo, the other side of that is brand new me, brand new day, brand new. So some of us, see, there I go, I slip right into the comfort zone with my pride, right? So for some of us Leos, it's about getting back out there. It's about feeling like you've got a whole new side of yourselves that you want to show to the world. You've got new ideas. You've got a new look for some of you. And it's just, you're feeling good. And yeah, like signs like Leo, I would probably say another sign might be... another sign that would have a similar solar return to Leo would probably be like a Gemini might have it. A Taurus might have it. Let me see. You're probably like, ooh, which signs are you thinking about, Jay? But regardless, the inner reflection stuff, that's here. I see it. But this is like the turn up side. It's like, okay, I did my homework. Now it's time to turn up. Okay. And Leo can definitely do that. Leo, you probably want to do that. You're like planning to do that. Again, if you've had a birthday already, it was probably epic. Hopefully it was epic. And if you're, again, expecting one, or you're planning for your upcoming birthday, you're like, I'm going all out. Everybody better get ready because it's my birthday and it's going to be freaking phenomenal, right? So, but give me more about this. Clarity, okay, because the face of the sun is pretty clear. There's like, just like the stare of the sun, the look on the sun's face is just like, yeah, no, I got this. So there's assurance, there's clarity on something, or clarity, peace of mind for some of you. And just making progressive steps towards something better, towards something more fulfilling, towards something that's more entertaining, more exciting, whatever. You're just like stepping out on the avenue and you're feeling like a boss. You're feeling like you're yourself. You're feeling honest, authentic. You're feeling, in some cases, complete, whatever that means to you. You're just full of your own energy. And I hate to play into the stereotype of Leos being about ego, because that's not what this is. This is not about, oh, I'm so great, everybody look at me, I'm so great. It's not about that. It's really about, I feel great, I'm going to exert greatness. I'm going to show my greatness. I'm not showing it off, I'm just showing it. I'm not hiding. Yes! Thank you! There it is. I'm not hiding it anymore. I'm not going to be hidden anymore. Thank you. Right here. Okay. They give me like little previews. Like I'm like in a little movie theater. I'm getting like a preview right now. So Leos, like I was saying about the solar return, a lot of us have been in this reflective, contemplative state, trying to figure out what to do next with our lives, trying to understand what the hell just happened in our lives over the last couple of months, couple of weeks, couple of years, whatever. You're just like, what was that? What did I just go through? What was I standing in? What was I living in? How was I functioning? Ew, I was doing that? That's what happened? Oh no, I don't want that anymore. And it's this release, it's this rebirth, it's this stepping out effect. It's coming out of a place that was a little troublesome, that was a little discontenting to you, dissatisfying, upsetting, saddening, frustrating, whatever. And it's getting away from that. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm not going to hide away in that energy. I'm not going to be hidden away. Thank you. I'm either not going to hide as if you put yourself there, and I'm not going to be hidden as if someone else tried to put you there. Got it? So there's just this removal of the shade, the removal of the veil, the removal of the covers, the tarp, whatever. It's just like, now I'm seeing like a classic car, and like it's been sitting in a garage under a tarp, and it's like all dusty, and you pull the tarp off, the dust, flitters everywhere, and underneath is this delicious, luscious, curvy, like classic car, convertible, of course. I'm going to assume most of you were thinking of a convertible. And it's just a beautiful automobile under that cover in a dusty garage. And you're like, I'm taking that thing out on the streets. I'm driving out in that. Okay? So that's a lot to say about the Sun card. I was going on for a while, but it took a while for them to really show me exactly what was going on. So I'm thinking this is what's coming up, and this is what has been. This is what I'm thinking. Am I right? This is still kind of going on. Thank you. Okay, so this is still kind of going on, but this is definitely upcoming. So thank you for the preview. Where are we going? Are we going to talk about what happened, or what's... Yes, thank you. Boom. Temperance in reverse. So what started this whole thing off, Leo? Temperance in reverse. Started card of, all these are just about everything on the board is a major. So this is a card associated with Sagittarius. Maybe there's a Sagittarius around you of significance, but it doesn't have to be. The card of Temperance in reverse, not healing, not balance, not on the P's and the Q's, not having assurances, not having clarity, not having a sound mind, disabled, dysfunctional, just all kinds of awry, right? So energetically, Leo, you were just not yourself. You were not in your best form. You were not your best self. Something or someone really threw you for a loop. So it was a combination of your own energy kind of being not its best, and then circumstances or people around you kind of added fuel to that fire, or lit the match that started the fire, either way. And it was just like, for some it was like a lot of like self-pity going on, a lot of like, woe is me, I'll never have this, I'll never have that, I'll never be with this person, I'll never be happy again. Just a lot of negative self-talk. And that just shows imbalance. Because Leo's not the only sign that would ever experience something like that, but Leo definitely, most of the time, has some shred, even if it's a tiny little sliver, has some ounce of confidence. This is not a confident energy. So you were really not yourself. You were really just like, you lost your mojo. A la Austin Powers, 1990, whatever. My mojo's gone. That was you. For some, that is still you. Some of you are still sitting there. But for most, it's going to be, you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly. You're like, you can like pinpoint, oh yeah, I was like, I was there. Got the t-shirt and everything. Like, some of you, it might be a significant date where that energy started for you and that energy stopped for you. Like, a lot of you can bookend that experience, okay? Very few of you are still there. Very few. So that's good. We want to see that get the hell out of here. We want that out, right? Now, how is it going out, or how did it end up going out? Because there was a huge transformation. Death card, card of Scorpio. So there might be a Scorpio of significance in your life, but it's really more about the energy again. So what's this card about? Transformation, of course. It's about endings. It's about endings and new beginnings. It's about taking what has long been needed to be buried and burying it. Enough of that rotting corpse sitting up here at the dinner table. Let's take it to the graveyard and put it in the ground. Now, I'm not saying that's literally what you guys did, and if you did, turn yourself into authorities. But the metaphor is you have been carrying around dead weight, like just something that was just not helping your situation, an attitude, a person sitting in a certain circumstance, living in a certain circumstance for way longer than you needed to. And the death card is about sort of like washing your hands of it, like getting up and just like, well, that's that and no more. And death is about a transformation, but I kind of feel, like I said here, Leo, I feel like this was sort of like a light switch situation. Like suddenly one day you were just like, and I'm done. I'm done with that. No more. And having a subjective standpoint here, I kind of relate. Like, in my experience, Leos will put up with a lot of things. You guys know. We're all amongst friends here. And hello to any cross watchers. So I'm going to give you like a little lesson on Leo if you're cross watching, okay? Leos will put up with a lot of stuff for a long time. Because, loyalty and all that good stuff, right? And some obligation, but mostly it's about loyalty. And care and love that supports the loyalty. I'm not doing this for shits and giggles. I'm doing this because I care about you. I'm doing this because I love you. Or I love this job. Or I love this volunteer program that I'm aligned with. But if the BS continues to pile on and people start acting a certain way and they're not, again, a Leo will take it for a long time. But once Leo says, I'm done, that's it. That's it. It's over. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not coming back to this. I will no longer accept that. So this death is very quick. And like I said, well, the death isn't quick, but the act of burying the body, burying that corpse or that dead weight that you've been carrying along with you, it's just like, oh, I'm done with that. I'm making a trip right now to the graveyard, to the crematorium, and we're done. So the process of carrying the transformation or carrying the burden for so long is where the time was, but the whole act of jump off point of the transformation, quick. Okay. Oh, anything else here? For some, I'm seeing like a departure also. Like, you are death, some of you, and you're trying to leave. Or rather, in order to have this transformation, you have to leave. What are you leaving? Status quo, thank you, that was easy. Some are leaving like a home situation. And I don't mean my voice to sound like all ominous or kind of like ooh, you know, like leery or suspicious, I should say. But it could just be like you're going off to college for the first time, or you're finally leaving the family home. Like, you know, you've lived at home for like the past 26 years of your life. You finally got your own place and you're just like leaving. And once you move out, you know how it is. A Leo with independence. Oh, jeez, watch out. So for some, it's like a matter of just like leaving a home situation that wasn't totally dysfunctional. For some of you, it was, but like it just made you feel dysfunctional. Like I said, a Leo with independence is like, I marvel at us when we're independent. Oh my God. But it was dysfunctional in the sense of it kept you stifled. It kept you held back. In some cases, you had to live under rules and regulations and curfews and all that stuff. And you're like, I'm 25, I'm 26. Why do I have to be home at midnight? Who do you think you are? Yeah, okay, right, you're my mom, I'm sorry. You know, so in order to avoid running the risk of being disrespectful, of, you know, upsetting your mom or your parents or whoever, you need to move out. And you are more than happy to move out. You've been saving money. You've been, you know, working overtime and doing all this stuff. You know, you've been doing the side hustles, trying to get your money together so you can finally get that apartment on your own. And that's what you're doing, some of you, okay? Now, once you're out of the coop, once you've had this death, this transformation, what's next? What has happened? What is either happening now or what has happened? Hermit. Card of Virgo. So again, might be a Virgo in your life who's significant, but it doesn't have to be. It's more about the energy. I should like get that as like a little disclaimer, and I should like put it like just flashing at the bottom of the screen. Anyway, so the Hermit, self-reflection, getting in touch with who you are, Leo. Who are you? What are you doing here? What's that pain in your heart whenever you hear that certain love song on the radio? What's that about? It's like basically psychoanalyzing yourself, right? For some, it might be coming from someone external to you, but this is usually a card of self-reflection, self-psychoanalyzing, things of that nature. And okay, thank you. Right. So this would be sort of like the answer to this, or the antithesis of this. I'm not saying that these cards are opposite. They're not at all. But the energy right now is sort of opposite, where this was kind of like running rampant. You weren't in control. You were just like living in sort of like an internal dystopia. You were just all sorts of not sure what the hell was going on in your life. Your energy was going up and down, up and down. Da, 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 da. The Hermit's not like that. The Hermit is very steady. The Hermit is very predictable. The Hermit is very much about one thing, and that's having clarity of self. That's having a sound mind. That's having a sound spirit. That's feeling, that's able to take feelings of displeasure or destabilization and really sitting with them and working it out, hashing it out. Whereas over here, there was a need to heal and it just never happened. There was a need to have balance. There was a need for things to run a little smoother, for you to be a little more in control of your emotions and control of your thoughts, but it didn't happen. This guy is here to make sure it happens. So going forward, Leo, because you've done this transformation, this quick snap of the fingers, flip of the switch, okay, we're done with that now. And on the flip side, you turn to this guy. It's like, okay, so we don't end up here again. We're going to hire the Hermit. And I did just say hire the Hermit, and I did say psychoanalyze. So some of you may be in therapy now. Good. I am all about some good therapy. So some of you may have enlisted the help of a professional to kind of help keep you in balance, keep you in check, and all that kind of stuff. Or just to vent to, just to like air out your laundry. You know, maybe you've got like friends, but you don't talk to them about your personal life, so you hired someone to talk to you about your personal life. Now, but it's more about taking this energy and applying, like, thank you. The vision I got was of Vegas, right? And what do big stars do in Vegas? Like Britney Spears and Cher and like Cirque du Soleil. They have residencies. So they stay in Vegas. They live where they work. That's what you're doing with the hermit. You're giving the hermit a residency in your mind, in your spirit, whatever. You're allowing the hermit to remain with you because you were either you avoided or you dismissed, whatever. You just were not doing the inner work. You're like, mistake, hermit. You want a job? I'll hire you full time. Okay? So this guy is going to stay with you. You're going to be more willing and able and on the money about doing your homework, doing your self-reflection, getting in touch with yourself and figuring out, okay, I heard that love song again today and I kind of got bummed out for like 15 minutes. Why? And then you go back through your memory files and then you go back over your emotions. Maybe you do talk with a counselor or a therapist or just a friend or just with yourself, and you process it in a different way. Whereas before, you would let that 15 minutes turn into 15 hours. You know, oh man, that movie's showing on HBO and I can't, oh man, now my night is ruined. It's like, no, I'm not going to let the memory of displeasure, the memory of being disappointed, the memory of a person or a situation prevent me from keeping what I need to do on track. A lot of this is also like not on track, destabilized, right? I think I'd said that, dysfunction or destabilized, right? So Leo, you're interested in feeling good, you're interested in getting things done, and you're interested in not being distracted from either of those things. I want to be happy and I want to get stuff done. I want to have my achievements. I want to be on top of the world, at least on top of my portion of the world, right? And I just want to be happy with it. I don't want to have to be upset. And of course you will be. That's life. There will be days, there will be times where it's like, the hermit, everybody needs a day off, right? So the hermit's not going to be able to, quote unquote, save you every time. But you do want this to be in place, right? You want that to be your go-to move. Not to avoid, not to distract yourself, not to lie to yourself or allow others to lie to you and deceive you. No. He's got a lantern. Let's shine the light on everything. And he's right below the sun too. That lantern is now even brighter. So no lies, no deception, no half-truths, no self-deception, no masks, okay? This is not open eyes, what is that movie? Eyes Wide Shut. We're not playing those weird Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise games, okay? We're not doing that anymore. No. We're going to have a clean, very straightforward love affair, okay? And I went on a little tangent there. For some of you, this is like your love situation or your romantic life, your dating life, where, maybe you were doing some shady things. Maybe somebody was doing shady things to you. And, not everybody was up on the up and up. Not everybody was telling the truth. You're like, enough of that. I want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you, God. You're like, if you don't tell me the truth, you're out. So they need help, not you. Wow, I'm on fire in our reading here, Leo. So we talked about the sun. What's next here? The world, thank you. World card associated with Saturn, right? Thank you. It's also associated with the fixed signs, so that would be Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So there might be signs, those might be significant signs to you, but they don't have to be. But the energy of the card is chapters closing up, chapters opening up, endings and beginnings, moving on from one page to the next, just progression, right? And also, since it is ruled by Saturn, we are talking about lessons, we are talking about certain themes or certain repetitive situations in your life where, you're like catching the pattern in your life, Leo. You're like, 12 years ago, I went through something very similar to what I went through 4 years ago. And now I'm going through this again. And you're sitting there reflecting on it, thinking on it, trying to understand historically why you get into these situations, why you get involved with certain types of people, why you allow yourself to believe certain things about yourself, certain self-deceptions, certain, lacking in esteem that you have. And you're doing your homework. Or rather, the world card is here to say, do the homework. If you're not doing it now, you better start, right? And it also comes over the death card and right next to the sun card. So I feel like this card is emboldened not emboldened. This card is being affirmed. You are on a new path. You are getting ready to turn the page in a new chapter if you haven't done so already. And it's just a matter of, and what did you learn? Like as you turn the, oh God, I love it. So many visuals today, and they're very like quick, like it's like a flash. But what I saw was, I'm sure many of you can recall, like in school, high school, elementary school, whatever, you would have like a workbook, especially like if you took like a foreign language class where you have your textbook, but then you have your workbook. Or at the end of a certain chapter in the textbook, you get a mini quiz, right? So that's what's going on here. You've read the chapter, Espanol, level 1. You read chapter 1, you got your vocab list going, you know how to conjugate some verbs, and then you turn the page and it's like, exam! Like little, and you're like, oh, there's a test now. So that's what's going on, where you're turning the page in your life, in some area of your life. You're about to turn a page. And you're about to be quizzed. You're about to be tested. Universe is like, okay, or specifically Saturn is like, okay, I set you up. I made you study this thing for the past 12 years. Okay. Are you ready for your test? Here we go. And you're like sitting over your Scantron like, okay, C. Ooh, it's either A or D, A or D, A or D, A or D. D. So I feel like you're ready, Leo. I think that you're ready for the test. And if you're not, you're going to cram for it. But either way, I think like, one, you'll recognize it. You'll be able to peep it a mile away. And once it happens, like, I feel like you're really prepared. I feel like you're really like, yes, I studied hard. I studied so hard. Hit me with it. Hit me with the test right now. So in that way, you're getting your confidence back, right? And I think if you play your cards right, no pun intended, and, you really did study the way that you said that you studied, you get the Ace of Pentacles, right? And the Ace of Pentacles is an offer, a chance, an opportunity, a practical one at that. So this could be, since it's talking about Pentacles, it could be a new chance or opportunity in your workspace, your professional career, or your job. It could also just be new opportunities financially. And even though it's not a cup, it could be a new chance in love, a new opportunity in love, Leo. Which for some of you, because Pentacles relate to things that affect our stability and our sense of security, right? And for some Leos, that is about relationships, whether it's romantic or not. So some of you might be making new friends, making new networking connections, just building up your what do you call that? Like building up your contacts and everything like that. And it's not necessarily romantic. In other cases, it is romantic. You're like going out on dates. You're meeting new people. You're being set up by your friends, whatever. But again, all of that is potential. All of that is opportunity. It's not set in stone. And you have to act on it. You have to actually, like, this hand is extending. You actually have to reach out and take what the hand is giving you, if you want it. And it's right next to the world, so it is sort of ordained by the universe, or whatever you want to call whatever's out there, away from this little blue marble of ours, right? So the world is offering that to you in response to what happened here. All right. You were there, Leo. You were not having a good time. Things were stressful. Things were hurtful. Here you go. Here's a new opportunity. You want it? My hand is here. Come and take it. That's sort of what's going on there. And of course, you get that after you pass this test. After you experience the test that the world card brings to you, you get the opportunity for something new, something stable, something grounded, something solid. And you want that because the world card is always... It's always about progressing towards a new chapter that you actually want, that you're anticipating. You don't go to a chapter and you're like, oh man, I don't want to read about the history of bowling. Shucks. Like, whatever's on the next page is something that you've anticipated. You've wanted it. You've expected it. You've wished for it. You've worked towards it. So, again, That's the answer that you've been waiting for. You've been wanting newness. You've been wanting something more firm, more stable, and you're going to get it. Potentially, of course. Everything in tarot is just about potential. So if you don't get it, don't come crying. Be like, you said I would get it. Tarot is mutable. It's not science. It's always potential. Now, what's your outcome or potential outcome? You have the Page of Pentacles. So, Page of Pentacles could be an earth sign of significance. Taurus, Libra. Wow. I did say Libra, so maybe Freudian slip, maybe there's a Libra of significance, but no. Earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So there might be someone of significance who's one of those signs, but it doesn't have to be. But this is either going to be you or another person who's basically like an overachiever, in the sense of like, this person has great intentions, sound intentions, firm, stable, very reliable intentions, I should say. Practical, that's the word. Why couldn't I think of it? Practical intentions, right? So again, could be a new job. You're like, okay, I'm not going to go in there. I'm not going to make waves. I'm not going to get caught up in like the little workplace cliques. I'm not going to get caught up in the gossip. I'm just going to go in there, do my work, and work my way up the ladder, because I'm trying to be, you know, an executive. In 2 years, I'm like, boom, I'm going to be an executive, or I'm going to be a manager. You have this practical goal. You're going to go in there and you're going to execute it. This other person, or it could be someone external to you. So it could be you're meeting a friend at the job who's like this. You're making, if you're like out there networking and trying to build up contacts or whatever, this could be one of your contacts. If this is a romantic connection, it could be with someone who just has their life sort of on a plan, on a schedule, but they're not a master of it yet. And this is the caveat to this whole message. This person, whether it's your energy or the energy of someone else, Leo, is not yet a master, is not someone who has a true handle on the Pentacles energy. As you can see, he's marveling at the Pentacle, so he's just beginning to understand it. He's like studying it. This is also, yeah, this card is associated with being a student or an apprentice. So someone who is really like becoming familiarized with the Pentacles energy. Okay? So being practical enough, being studious enough, being tactful enough to make these steady moves forward, but not able to like do it by leaps and bounds. Because the Knight of Pentacles would obviously move faster since he's on horseback than a page. But of course, the true masters are the kings and the queens of each suit. So the page is the lowest of the court cards. Therefore, you're not running out the gates. You are galloping out of the gates, or you're doing a very nice saunter out of the gates, Leo. You're not like taking off. Okay? So, baby steps. Baby steps towards practical goals, practical and firm, steady progress. Very good. Overall energy for the month, Leo, is the Justice card. And look, Page of Wands right behind. We are on fire. Justice card overall for the month. Card associated, or associated with Libra. Again, might be a Libra around, but it doesn't have to be. But Justice, finally, right? I'm amongst my people. I can say it. Finally, getting that justice, right? So even if it's not actual legal justice, for some it might be that you might get a court decision, you might be rewarded something via the government, whatever, or a contract might come up in your favor. Maybe you put in a bid to do some contractual work, and your contract will be accepted. Great. For others, I think it's more of a sense of justice, a sense of this is right, this is what was deserved, this is what was necessary, XYZ, fill in the blank there. But I think it's to show, one, justice, or the idea of justice is on your side, or you will feel justified. So again, going back to this, if this is like leaving, going back to that home situation, like for an example, if you're leaving that home situation where your mom like had all these rules, or your parents had these rules, and you're like, I can't live like this, I'm a man, I'm 26, I'm a man, or a woman, whatever, you were just like, I am an independent person, I need to get the hell out of here. You will feel justified. And then your parents might call you, text you, hey, how's it going in the new place? Will you be stopping by this week? Blah, 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 blah. And you're like, I just moved out like 2 weeks ago. No, I'm not stopping by. I am still getting my house together. I'm still, getting used to my freedom. No, I'm not going to do this. So it's that feeling of justified. Like, I did the right thing. I'm not going to be convinced or guilted into feeling like, you didn't have to leave, Dad and I we have these rules because we think it's in your best interest. You're like, thanks, Mom, but no thanks. I did what I needed to do, and I feel good about it. So, whatever is going on, Leo, you feel it was what needed to happen. Even if other people are like, but why, Leo? Why'd you do that? Or, but Leo, can't we talk? Oh, but Leo, can't we work it out? Oh, but Leo, I don't think you should say that. Oh, but Leo, maybe you should rethink that. You're like, no, I'm not. I will not. No. This is what needed to happen, and I'm sticking to my guns. I feel justified. I know I'm right. Shut up about it. I'm with my people. So I'm being a little more intense than what I normally am, but this is just the energy I'm feeling. It's like, who is going to stop me? Who dares to criticize the move I just made? This is where I was, people. Don't you know? I'm here. None of this. Well, and I'm here too. This particularly is where I was, and it was not fun. It was not cool. I don't want to be there anymore. Stop trying to guilt me back to living in the basement, Mom. It was not a good look for me. I'm over that. I'm over this relationship. Why are you calling me? Why are you texting me? We're done. Whatever it is. Very intense at the end here. I'm sorry. Or am I? All right, Leo. So that's the reading for August. Again, happy birthday. If you had one already, if you still got one coming up, whatever. We're not done partying until what? August 23rd. So live it up. Happy birthday again. If you like what you saw here, hit the like button. Subscribe. That would be amazing. I'm trying to grow the channel. Share the video. That would help me grow the channel as well. And also leave comments below. If this resonated with you, I want to know about it. If it didn't, I'd like to know about that too. I'd be surprised. I feel like really this is like what many of us are going through. If this didn't resonate at all, this has already happened for you probably. You're like, you guys are just getting to this party? Well, I've been living this life for like 5 months now. So congratulations. We're all catching up to you. Anyway, so that's the reading. I will be back in a few weeks' time, and then I'm going to do the September reading. And, oh yeah, and if you want to do a personal reading with me, I would love to work with you. All those details are down in the description box. You just follow the steps. Payment is $25. You're definitely going to get at least 35 minutes out of me, because I talk forever. So I feel it's worth worth the price, okay? But that's just me. Of course, I'm going to say that. Anyway, Leo, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.